Hello and welcome on Thomas Geiger Car. Today with the new Mercedes GLB, or at least the car that's once gonna be the new GLB. You've all seen the show car that was unveiled at the auto show in Shanghai in April. Here we're in winter, February, a few months earlier, joining the engineers on their development work with the production vehicle that will debut this summer and will go on sale in this winter. So if you want to know what to expect from the latest edition of the compact class family out of Stuttgart, join me on my first ride and I'll tell you more about it. The GLB uses the biggest wheelbase on the compact platform available right now. Got 10 inches more than the A-Class. In total it measures 4.63 meters, almost the size of a GLC. But interior space is much bigger, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Looking for the design, we all thought the GLB might look like a small G-Class. That's wrong. If you take off the camouflage, it will look more like a baby GLS. So more refined, not as rugged as you might expect it. If we talk about the technology, we see everything that we know from the MFA platform also in the GLB. Meaning 1.3 and 2-liter petrol engines up to 225 horsepower, diesels up to 190 horsepower, and at least the option for an AMG 35 model. And since Mercedes is developing a plug-in hybrid powertrain for its compact models, we might also see this electric drive in the GLB, with an estimated range of more than 50 kilometers. What we don't see, and that is the big difference, for example, to the GLC, we don't see a 6-cylinder, we don't see air suspension, we don't see an automatic gearbox. We have to stick with the double clutch system, but at least we can get all-wheel drive for all engines if we want to. The interior of the GLB looks pretty familiar to all that we know from the compact class Mercedes models, just with a higher seating position for easier ingress and egress and for the better view outside. We still have the big white panel cockpit with the digital cluster instrument and the touchscreen aside of it. We have the usual layout with the air vents. We have an ambience lighting. We have all the cool stuff that makes this car looks way more fancy than the competitor, for example, the Grand and the Active Tourer of the BMW 2 Series. While the GLB feels like an A-Class with a bit more ground clearance in the first row, there's a big difference in the second row, not only to the other Mercedes compact cars, no, also to the GLC, because there is no other SUV of that size in the Mercedes range that offers so much legroom than the GLB. Why? Because you have a sliding rear seat. It slides for about 14 centimeters and you can easily adjust your legroom or the trunk space. Talking about the trunk space, it is 560 liters with all 5 seats up and goes up to 1800 liters with all seats low. And the rear seat is not only slidable, it's also divided 40%, 60%. And you can adjust the incline of the backrest in 7 steps. And for the first time ever, this vehicle offers a third row in the compact class. That's something I'm gonna show you in a second. With the GLB, Mercedes is offering a third seat row for the first time in the compact class. Until now you had to buy a V-Class or a GLE to get the whole family into your vehicle. Now you can get that in the compact class as well. You just pull the handle, slide the bench forward, make your way in. It's not the most comfortable, but it is okay. And if you're not as tall as I am, I'm 1.90 meters almost, then you really can sit comfortable in the back seat. And it's not a spare seat, it is a proper seat for at least grown-up children up to 1.70 meters, with your own USB plug, with your own cup holders, and with your own console to lay down your smartphone. So if you have a bigger family, or if you take the neighbor's children once in a while, this is the Mercedes to go for in the future. Thanks for joining me on that first review of the new Mercedes GLB, or at least the car that once gonna be the GLB. It is roomy, it is versatile, It has the fancy MBUX interior. It's got an interesting mix of powertrains. There's a plug-in hybrid, at least possible on the horizon. And it looks way better than the 2 Series Grand Tourer from BMW, even with the camouflage on. I have no doubt this car will sell like hotcakes and will be one of the most successful derivatives of the compact class family out of Mercedes. Can't wait to see it naked, stripped down